In Southern California. It's where the stars come out to play. It is without a doubt the epicenter for Supercross. Ricky Carmichael, Heath Voss, Chad Reed, they're all here. It's our final visit to Anaheim in 2005. Supercross is next. In Phoenix, Ricky Carmichael put Suzuki on top. He backed it up a week later in Anaheim. And last week, he completed the three-peat in San Francisco, shadowing and then blowing by the defending champion in Yamaha's Chad Reed. Can Carmichael make it 4 in a row, or will the rest of the field put a stop to Ricky's latest streak? Find out next. Supercross on ESPN2 is now. Welcome back to sunny Southern California on a picture-perfect night. It's the 2005 THQ World Supercross GP and the THQ AMA Supercross Series. The fans are excited at a sold-out house tonight in Angel Stadium for a third and final visit. And hello once again, everyone. Todd Harris along with Cameron Steele. Well, the question on everyone's minds, Cameron, can anyone beat Ricky Carmichael? And it's tonight to do it.
I wouldn't guess tonight's the night. In final practice, 2 seconds a lap faster than everybody else. Who do you have covered? Nick Way, believe it or not, second fastest rider in that final practice. Also, let's not count out Villeman, who's in the game with good lap times. But Michael Byrne has been on fire all weekend, doing obstacles sooner than everybody. In fact, Chad and other riders were trying to follow him through sections, and he wouldn't show them to him. So a crazy night. Also, the 22, Chad Reed had a get-off in practice. It wasn't a huge crash, but remember, he did have an injury in the press day, and he's not feeling well. He didn't come out for final practice. That is a big story.
Well, we're almost set to go racing. First of all, let's take a look at the point standings right now, and it's Ricky Carmichael on top of the THQ AMA Series by 16 points over Wyndham and 26 points. That's a full race over Chad Reed. And then on the THQ World Supercross GP, no surprise here, Ricky Carmichael on top as he dominated both stops in Canada. Michael Rocco sits in second. Nick Way currently sits in third. So the stage is set. We are all ready to go racing here. Right now, Cameron Steele is going to take us through the MX versus ATV Unleashed track facts.
And there you have it right there. The loads of dirt, really important. 8,000 yards of dirt instead of the 6,000 they normally use. A lot of things going on with this track. It's very technical, lots of rhythm sections. Keep your eyes out. It will be tricky all night.
And you see the average lap time, 58.2 seconds. Should be a great night of racing here in Anaheim. So there are your track facts. Right now, let's send it down to the track and Jamie Little.
Well, Todd, it's time for the Honda pit report. We're talking about Ernesto Fonseca. He's nursing a left bruised heel. He's in a lot of pain right now. It actually started in Phoenix, but last week he said he was feeling fine in San Francisco. Came out in the heat race, Endo big time re-injured that heel. Was forced to go to the LCQ and finish fifth in the main. This week, yet again, he crashed in practice, re-injured that heel. So the guy can't even walk on it, but he's certainly racing on it, but he's going to be sore tonight, Todd.
And there you get a good look at number 24, Ernesto Fonseca, battling that injury that Jamie reported about. Wish him the best. I talked to Jeff Stanton earlier, and he was saying he's the best he's been in a long time, so he hopes that holds up through tonight. Well, here's how you make it to the 250 main event. We've got 2 heats, 8 transfer out of there, 4 out of each. 2 semis, 10 transfer, 5 out of each, and then the 1 LCQ where only 2 transfer out of that race as we get set for 250 heat number 1. As we take a look at our starting grid, it should be interesting. Kevin Windham's in this one, as is number 20, Damon Huffman, a guy who has a lot of experience, and the defending champ. Oh, by the way, Chad Reed is here, but as Cameron pointed out, he has had his injuries on the track, both on Thursday when he overjumped, and then this afternoon on last practice, he didn't even come out because in the first practice, Cameron really racked himself, so I think he was trying to hold on and just save what he could for this heat race. There's Damon Huffman as he gets set to go, the 29-year-old, as we are ready. This is 250, heat 1 from Anaheim. Michael Byrne with a great jump, as is Chad Reed to the inside, but he's got Kevin Windham on the outside, and it looks like it's going to be Burner getting there first, so it's the Australians going 1 and 2.
And Burner got the whole shot here in 02 and 03. That's something really to point out. Burner loves his track. He's been working very hard. As I said earlier, he was the first to do many of the obstacles. And watch, after he goes through this triple section over here, he looks a little slow in the whoop. Watch after this section. Chad jumping inside. He can jump the whole whoop section right after this triple. We'll see if he does it.
So it's Ozzy, and he does it. Cameron getting him the lead. Nice call.
Gives him just a little bit of pad, and let's see if he triples into this corner, which he's also been doing. Werner has been on a roll. Chad wanted to follow him through some sections. You know, Australian friends and all, he wasn't having it, but Reedy looking good right now.
Chad Reed gets right past him. Byrne makes a slight bobble in that corner, and Chad Reed comes out as the green flag is up and running. Let's see what side they go to. They both off to the right-hand side, and Kevin Windham goes with him. So it's Reed, Byrne, and Windham, 1, 2, and 3. Wow, talk about a star-studded heat race with Chad Reed, the defending champion, Michael Byrne, Australian from Nam, and then you've got Kevin Windham, a guy who gave Ricky Carmichael the business 2 years in a row and in the outdoor season. Kevin Windham, you know he's fast in the woods, but right now he's got to stay in contact with these guys, and look how quick he is. Getting a nice drive on Michael Byrne, and Chad Reed still continues to stay out in front. Well, if he had an injury, Cameron, he's not showing it right now, and I think Chad's doing the best thing possible, getting out here, getting a victory, getting the win, and then getting back to his transport, getting warm, getting some therapy on his neck and his back, so he doesn't have to come out until the main event.
And Werner has won some championships in Australia. He's no stranger to dicing with Chad, and he smells a little bit of weakness. He might be trying to get in this game a little bit more, but right now, Windham is showing his speed, and Kevin has been fast all the races we've been to. Look at him scrubbing speed coming off the top there.
Looks like that right-hand side is the rider's favorite right now. We talk about the segments. Now, the AMA has broken this up, Cameron. There's segments on the track, and they can tell you exactly who's doing what in what segment of the course.
And guess who's fastest in the whoops tonight? No surprise, the number 14 K-Dub, Kevin Windham. Watch him. Let's see if he can set it up and make the pass here.
Windham, number 14, Byrne, number 26, and Byrne drops the front tire. Cameron Steele polishing up the crystal ball. Windham takes a look over, but here's the section where Byrne triples through it, launches through there, comes up a little short, unable to get the drive to pass Windham. So Kevin Windham currently sits in second place with Chad Reed in front of him, and Michael Byrne is not going away.
That's the thing I really like to see right now from Byrne. He has been in the past few weeks. He's just seemed timid. He hasn't been attacking. And right now, he didn't want to give up with Reed. He doesn't want to give up with Windham. And he's been working really hard all weekend and feeling strong. He's healthy again. No flu. This should be a good night for him. But he wants to get back and try to battle it with Windham.
Look at the lap times coming down. We're looking at 57s for Chad Reed. An amazing run for Reed. We'll see if he can get that down even shorter. But right now, it is Kevin Windham, number 14, just pulling away of Michael Byrne with Chad Reed just out in front of him. We have got a great 250 heat number 1 race shaping up as we take a look at Chad's mechanic, Darren Sorensen. Can Chad stand in front? Stick around and find out. Welcome back to Angel Stadium, Anaheim, California. You are looking at the final transfer position in 250 heat number 1. Ernesto Fonseca diving into the inside. Number 24 unable to get the drive past number 47. That's Tyler Evans on board the Suzuki. And Evans holding on the 4th and final transfer position, Cameron. Not an easy guy to pass.
And Ernesto Fonseca doing a good job to try to get up alongside him. Evans doing a better job keeping the lines. A little surprised. Ernie's riding with an injured left heel. You would have thought he would have made that move stick. He would have got in there, drove the wheel in. But what I really like about what Ernie's doing is he's trying different lines. He's trying to work around Evans.
Well, for Ernesto Fonseca, he's got to get off that heel as quick as possible. So for him, getting that 4th and final transfer position would be a heaven sent. He can go back to the transport, get some therapy, and wait to come back out for the main event. And it looks like he's starting to set Tyler up.
And back in some of Tyler's rougher, tumble, go-for-it days, I know that some of the riders in the 125 class back in the days didn't really want to ride with Tyler, and Ernesto Fonseca was one of those riders. Look at him looking to the inside there.
Well, he is giving Tyler Evans an earful, and there it is all inside as you take a look at the upper left-hand corner of your screen. That is number 22, Chad Reed. He did not get the whole shot. He got that to fellow countryman Michael Byrne, but he took it shortly thereafter. Chad Reed continues to lead, but this is the battle for the 4th and final transfer position. Number 47 is Tyler Evans. Number 24 is Ernesto Fonseca, who's suffering through a very painful heel injury, does not want to go to a semi-race.
And you can see the lapper getting in the way there. Ernie not able to dive all the way into the inside that corner. Oh, and getting a little squirrely jumping through those whoops. Most riders jumping all the way over, especially the faster riders. Looks like Tyler and Ernie are catching it just a little bit. He really messed up going into that bowl turn.
Well, there's definitely sections where Ernie excels, and this is one of them right here. He comes to this one very quickly, able to accelerate. Now he's right over the backside. Oh, look at this. On the outside of Tyler Evans this time.
And look, he tries to set him up. Here he goes up the inside. Wow, Evans giving up the line. He knows he's coming. He tried to go inside, but he just didn't block him enough. This is for a transfer spot. That's the kind of place where Tyler Evans did not let Ernesto get underneath him.
And good timing for Ernesto Fonseca as the white flag comes out. So Tyler Evans now will go to work on Ernesto Fonseca. Can he get back that fourth and final transfer position?
One thing we do know about Tyler Evans, if he gets close to Ernesto, he is not afraid to bang a little bit if he has to, especially since Ernie's taking him a little bit high. It'll be interesting to see if Tyler tries to dive on him on one of the corners coming up.
This is the battle for the fourth and final transfer position.
Hello, Ernesto Fonseca.
So Tyler Evans just parks him into the corner. Ernesto keeps the bike running, but the damage has been done. And Tyler Evans sets him up and puts him into the corner as the checkered flags will now come out for number 22, your winner, the Thunder from Down Under, Chad Reed, winning 250 heat number 1. And for Tyler Evans, Cameron, I'll tell you what, the rough and tumble days of the 125 class may not be completely over as Tyler Evans puts Ernesto Fonseca into it, and he's now getting pressured as the real estate just runs out. He looks over his shoulder, and that was Tortelli coming through. He'll finish 5th. Here's the pass one more time. Was it clean?
Well, why does Ernie go all the way outside? I mean, he knows once he goes all the way out there. Watch Ernie look back and lift his leg out of the way. Tyler's coming. He doesn't go straight into him, but definitely takes him up and gives him a check, sweeps him out, and there you go.
As we take a look at our final results, 250 heat number 1, it's Chad Reed with the victory, Kevin Windham, Michael Bird, and Tyler Evans moving on. Right now, let's send it down to the track and Jamie Little.
Well, Todd, first of all, I just want to say hello to all the Australian fans watching us every week down under. Big fans of Chad, of course. Chad, it's good to see you back up here on the podium. I know you've had a struggle all weekend long. Why did you miss the last practice today?
I hurt myself a little bit on Thursday on press day, and you know, just trying to limp through the weekend and, you know, put the energy, you know, where I need to put it. And tonight's the, you know, the night that matters. You know, practice is, we get enough practice. We know the track, and that's it. You know, I took a big old nap and got my stuff back together. I feel better, and you know, just getting ready to get out there and try to challenge for this thing. You know, last weekend I was up there, but not close enough.
How's the neck feeling?
It's sore, you know. But it's not too bad. I'm out here. I'm winning. Can't complain, and we got to get up on top of that main event. I want to thank all the guys at Thor Parts Unlimited, Yamaha, Bridgestone, Scott, Etnies, and Amped Mobile. Those guys have given me more sport than I could ever ask for. I got to come through with the goods now.
Right on, Jamie. Well, it wasn't just the big dogs in the house. There's the little puppies playing, too. The KTM Junior Supercross. And there's takeouts in the minis as well. That's number 1, Scott Crane, putting down Michael Gilbert on the number 7. And, of course, the number 8 of Jose Cia from La Fuente was your big winner in the KTM Junior Supercross. Congratulations to all the Groms.
And the KTM kids, definitely the stars of tomorrow, thanks to Selvaraj Nariana at KTM. Well, we're back up at the booth here at Angel Stadium on a picture-perfect night. And once again, we've got the 97 250 champion and Jeff Emig joining us. He was with us for the 125s. With us now for the 250 heat number 2 race. And before we get to some questions for Fro, we got some great video back in the day. Cameron, look at that. That's old school.
Yeah, that's not old school, Jeff. Tell him. That's 97.
Yeah, but that was eight seasons ago. Actually, at that moment, I was in a daze right there. I really was like out of body. It was, but it was a fantastic feeling being a Supercross champion and earning that. It was something that I'm very proud of.
Well, congratulations. Glad to have you here for 250 heat number 2 as they are staging on the line. As we take a look at our starting grid, Carmichael, Larocco, and Way, pick your poison. I know we talked about at the top of the show that Ricky's on that streak, and you just don't want to let him get it rolling. But Mike Larocco, Cameron, you made a good point. He just keeps coming.
He's not afraid to bang it out. He's got the speed, and when he gets the starts, he's very dangerous. Let's not forget Jeff's nemesis is also out there, MC Showtime, this time part-time, but Ricky Carmichael just so dominant, Jeff.
Yeah, Ricky has just been awesome this year. I mean, you know, I'm sure everybody's been watching the show, but it's he works really hard for it. And not to say that the other guys don't, but I got a lot of respect for him. He's really driven.
There you see number 5, Mike Larocco, also lining up. Remember, it's a split track here in Anaheim, California. Carmichael running the helmet cam. 250 heat 2 from Anaheim.
looks like you're going to see Carmichael come out with the lead on this one.
Carmichael grabs the whole shot with Mike LaRocco right behind him. Then it's 13, Heath Voss. And number 2, Jeremy McGrath in the top 4.
Mike LaRocco, it's incredible. He started riding Supercross a year before I did. And he's still out there, and he seems to only get better, you know?
Unbelievable. I've been spending a little bit of time talking to The Rock. Look at Heath Voss coming up in the whoops. Will he show wheel to The Rock? No. Plays it to the inside. And, oh, The Rock was flipping. Going into that triple.
Voss is another guy that seems to, with each passing year, he gets a little better.
And look at Jeremy McGrath, someone who Jeff Emig knows oh too well. It's Carmichael out in front, then Voss, then LaRocco. And here comes McGrath.
And that's a big move for Heath Voss to get by LaRocco early in the race. That's a big confidence builder. He has been working. Oh, look at this guy. You guys have raced together a few times, huh, Jeff?
Oh, yeah. I've seen that front wheel of Jeremy McGrath many a time. And, you know, Jeremy, I think, is going to have a really good ride tonight. He looked great in practice. He looks really, excited to be here. And as opposed to maybe the first couple of rounds, he was a little bit tentative, but he's ready to have some fun tonight.
He's definitely fired up. He's been working that rhythm section and feeling quite good about it. I asked him earlier today, I'm like, what do you think, podium? And he just gave me that look. I think he feels like he has the speed. It's just a matter of having the endurance at the end. And look at this.
Oh, shows the wheel to LaRocco.
And you can tell with Jeremy, when he comes to the race, when you watch him in practice, he's got a little swagger, you know, in his style. That's when you know he's going to have a good night.
Mike LaRocco sits in second, right behind him, number 2, Jeremy McGrath out of Encinitas, California, bringing the whole house here, the house that Jeremy built in Supercross.
Let's also give a shout out to the 54. That's a Subway Coca-Cola rider. Jeff Gibson, he has been putting in some great rides, but these guys are dicing hard. Oh, the
McGrath
split!
tries to split it. We'll see what happens. LaRocco's got Voss in front of him. Here comes McGrath. Oh, my. The fans are getting a treat. And McGrath and LaRocco, it's like jumping in a time machine as we go back with Jeff Emig in the booth.
Yeah, McGrath is really excited tonight.
Oh, no question. Both these guys, 33 years of age, and they're still out there tearing it up. McGrath shaking his head, knows that he should have got it last time. We'll have a whole lot more when we come back, and if the pass happens, we'll bring it to you on tape. But right now, it's Ricky Carmichael, Heath Voss, Mike LaRocco, and Showtime, your top 4. Welcome back to Anaheim. It's 250, heat number 2. The battle rages on, but it's not who you think. Mike LaRocco continues to hold down 3rd, but McGrath has slid back to 6th, and now it's Villeman who is on the back door of LaRocco's house, knocking, trying to get in with Jeff Gibson in there.
And McGrath coming out of the whoops. It looks like he's just looking for the line, goes to the inside. Now he can't step on, step off. He's got to jump off of this and clear it and get into the triple. He totally faces it, Jeff. Almost impossible to do the triple from a dead stock.
Yeah, but as a veteran, you seen he kind of pulled to the left, got out of the way, knew that he wasn't going to get the triple, and, you know, so he stayed safe.
As we go on board with the fastest Supercross rider in the world, something I don't think I'll ever be able to do, Cameron, is launch that triple. The best cameraman on ESPN2, Ricky Carmichael, taking us around. And look at the lap time, gentlemen, of 56. He has cracked a blazing fast time.
You guys, you know, I watch the show every week, and the helmet cam on Ricky is awesome. It brings back old memories because I know what he's thinking in his head. I see what's going on. I see the lines that he's choosing. I'm thinking, yeah, you know, that line was better than the other. So I really appreciate it as a fan of the sport getting to see the helmet cam.
Todd Harris, Cameron Steele, and Jeff Emig in the booth calling this 250 heat number 2 from Anaheim, California. Your leader, number 4, Ricky Carmichael, got the whole shot and has not looked back.
In that rhythm section right there, we saw a lot in practice. Riders going to the outside and doing the triple, and then trying to triple at the end. It's become very tough to do it from the outside. Carmichael and most all the other riders are now going single, double, and then getting that big triple. I wonder if that triple will come into play later on, Jeff.
Yeah, we'll see. You know, watching Ricky like this, it looks so easy right now. He's on cruise control. All the work has been done, and now he just has to go out and execute.
Right. Ricky, the metronome Carmichael, like clockwork. Here's the development back in the transfer position. Mike LaRocco currently holds down third. Number 12 is David Villeman. He is in the final transfer spot as the white flag is out. And can LaRocco hold that position from Villeman, and McGrath now charging hard?
Looks like Villeman's going to go inside, take the line, but he plays it smooth enough so LaRocco still has a line. It's not going to be enough going into that last corner, but he's got one more lap.
And it looks like Jeremy's got a second win. You know, he made a couple of mistakes. You know, caught his breath, and now he's back pushing for that transfer spot.
And he's not very far behind David Villeman. Villeman, number 12, currently holding down 4th place. And Heath Voss having a great run. We haven't talked about him. He's the defending THQ World Supercross GP champion, currently sitting in 2nd place. And look at McGrath closing in on Villeman.
Now he's going to have to get to the inside in the corner to set him up. Ricky doesn't need to be set up.
No. Taking the checkered flag in the win, 250, heat number 2, Ricky Carmichael, as we go back to the battle for the final transfer position. Right now it's LaRocco in third, then it's Villeman and McGrath on the outside looking in. It looks like Jeremy might just run out of a little real estate as they've got 2 more turns to make. And a great run for Jeremy, Jeff, but he just seemed like that one bobble cost him. And with this much talent, you just can't make those mistakes.
Yeah, but he was definitely putting in a great effort. Like I said, he came out with a lot of energy, and so now he's going to get to go in, you know, into that semi-qualifier and get ready for the main.
As we take a look at the final results, 250, heat number 2, it's RC, Ricky Carmichael getting the win, followed by Heath Voss, Mike LaRocco, and David Villeman. And our thanks to Jeff Emig for joining us here in the booth for 250, heat number 2. And let's send it down to Jamie Little.
Well, Todd, you guys were talking about the incredible camera work he's doing. Ricky, do any of the fans comment about your shots?
They do, you know, they like it. Something different for me. I've never really done anything kind of fun like that. And it's neat to see, you know. It's amazing. Your head doesn't move that much.
Yeah, you watch it. It's real steady, Cam. I have to ask you about the whoops section here. Looks pretty treacherous for most riders, and you're just blitzing it. How have you gotten so much faster?
You know, whoops is all confidence, and right now I got some good confidence. They're pretty technical tonight. They're really steep, but my Suzuki's working good through there, and I'm looking to get to the main event and put in 20 good times through there.
All right, Ricky Carmichael, so far, so perfect. Todd?
All right, thank you very much, Jamie. We want to remind you our next show comes to you from Indianapolis, Indiana on February 13th, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on ESPN2. We're at the RCA Dome. But right now it's time for a little Suzuki strategy, and with that, here's Cameron Steele.
Well, let's take a look at 2 very fast riders with a couple different ideas. Ricky Carmichael getting over that obstacle, jumps the whoops, watch him skim very smoothly. The key here is watch him dive to the inside on this double and apex the corner just a little bit more. Going to gain a little bit of time. Let's look at Chad Reed hopping over the sections very similarly there. Gets a good drive through the whoops, and watch what Chad does. He moves to the outside on this obstacle. He doesn't do it every lap, but that looks like he gives Ricky Carmichael just a little bit of an edge. Let's take a look here. Split screen. Again, similar at these obstacles. Ricky getting a little better drive over that first whoop section. Watch him going through the whoops. And remember, the key here is taking the time to go to the inside or out. Looks like Ricky gains just a little bit of time over Chad Reed in this particular section.
Some of the great action from 250 Semi-2 from Anaheim, California, as Jeremy McGrath would hold off Nick Way and pick up the victory. Let's take a quick look at our GameStop Semi-1 results. It's Fonseca picking up the victory. And then in our Thor Semi-2 results, Jeremy McGrath on top. Finally, the Samsung Wireless LCQ results. Justin Bucklew and Ryan Clark moving on. Let's send it down to the track where Jamie Little has a very special guest.
Well, Todd, I'm with James Bubba Stewart. He's back in the house. He should be out here racing tonight. Unfortunately, he had a little mishap and broke his arm. James, you're smiling. There's no cast on it. What's the latest?
Latest is, you know, I'm healing really good. You know, you probably can hear the bikes in the background right now. You know, I want to be out here riding around and, you know, just trying to heal up good, and I should be back hopefully pretty soon.
So will we see you back in Supercross?
Yeah, definitely for the Supercross. You know, I'm looking forward to the outdoors too. You know, I want to be back for the Supercross, but we all know I got a tough challenge ahead of me for outdoors and try to get another championship, and but I'll be back soon.
What's it like standing here watching these guys line up without you?
I'm sad. Yeah, you know, I don't know. It feels like I'm always watching the 250 class. I can never race it, but I'll be back soon, and hope you guys will be cheering for me, and I'll be back hopefully strong.
All right, it's good to see James Stewart back without a cast, and we will see him back in Supercross, Todd.
It would be great to have James back sooner rather than later, but we got some pretty good talent in the main event. Ricky Carmichael lining up. Jeremy McGrath is in the main event at Anaheim, and the defending champ, Chad Reed, tries to get back on track. The main event is coming up next. Supercross GP, the THQ AMA Supercross Series here from Southern California, our third and final visit here on the 2005 season. Todd Harris along with Cameron Steele, Jamie Little reporting from the track as we get set to go with a 250 main event. And once again, we have got a sellout here. And Cameron, they've been doing it right here for a long time. Once again, a sold-out crowd. We want to thank the fans and all the Southern California Supercross fanatics that make this place the epicenter as the fans look on, ready to cheer on their favorite riders. We take a look at our Suzuki starting grid. It's Carmichael, Reed, Voss, Wyndham, LaRocco. It reads like a who's who of the sport. Cameron, you've been dead on tonight with the crystal ball. Who do you like?
Well, I'm definitely going to go Ricky Carmichael on the win, but I'm thinking maybe we might see some Kevin Wyndham on the hole shot. He lowered his starting device a little bit. They're getting good traction here, so his front end is tucked down just a little bit more than it has been. Maybe that will be the key to getting him off the line even quicker.
Ricky Carmichael once again running the helmet cam, kind of unheard of because he is the man, and he's running. Also, Nick Way, who had a great heat run, will be running the helmet cam as well. Our thanks to them for doing such a fantastic job. That's Nick Way you're looking at as he takes final visits. Final looks around. The 32nd board is sideways. It's the 250 main from Anaheim.
And it's definitely not going to be Kevin Wyndham.
It's going to be Michael Byrne, number 26, picking up the Butterfinger Chris Holshot Award. There was some confusion there because Ernesto Fonseca kind of pushed through and then he jumped in front of Ricky Carmichael. But it's Michael Byrne out in front with Ricky Carmichael currently running in second.
And that's bad news for everybody because Ricky Carmichael is going to try to make the move. If he gets by Byrne, I'd be careful here. Michael Byrne got 2 hole shots here 2 years ago and 3 years ago. He has been looking great in practice. He has been working. Oh, Ricky set him up on the inside. Here we go. And Byrne tripling into the corner, but
oh, you got to be kidding me. Carmichael puts Byrne up high after Cameron pointed out. A fantastic move. Michael Byrne showing a little bit of aggression, trying a hard line to make a difference. It's Carmichael taking the green flag. Michael Byrne comes in second as they pass through and they drop to the right-hand side. And Chad Reed had his problems at the start, Cameron. Look at 22.
Look at that tangling up with Ernesto Fonseca. Fonseca getting pushed straight through. We know Chad's had some problems, but Chad keeps it on the track and goes along. Now remember, you can go through the track if you don't gain position, but I'm not sure how the AMA officials are going to rule that there with Ernesto.
Unbelievable as we quickly check in with Jamie Little.
Gosh, you guys, there's all kinds of things going on. Chad Reed went down in the first turn. He was dead last. He's working his way up. Sebastian Tortelli then went down into once. He's back up and running. We've got a Honda rider down. Guys, I'll get back to you on that.
Well, Ricky Carmichael is out in front. We know that much. Michael Byrne has a comfortable second-place position. And here comes Ernesto Fonseca sitting in third. A guy, Cameron, that had to go to the semis to get into the main event. It's Fonseca now moving to third. But Ricky Carmichael out in front, and his margin is growing.
Well, this is definitely an interesting situation. Ricky Carmichael, clear-cut favorite, far out in front. But the guys falling behind, it's kind of a toss-up right now. Ernesto Fonseca's in there, but Jeremy McGrath is in this battle for a possible podium.
McGrath in fourth place, and I guarantee you if McGrath gets on the podium, Anaheim Angel Stadium will absolutely erupt. It is Carmichael out in front, Byrne and Fonseca, your top 3.
And it looks
you
like...
gotta be kidding me. Kevin Wyndham is the rider that was unidentified from this position because he was down in a corner. Kevin Wyndham is down. Jamie, what do you got?
You guys, Kevin Wyndham, you just called it. He's down and he's still sitting down. Right as I was about to say that, Jeremy McGrath went down. He's sitting up, but he looks to be in pain. The doctors are on it right now. We'll get back to you as we get updates.
Gotta be kidding me. With Wyndham and McGrath both going down almost in the same area, Cameron. The yellow flags came out. and we went from quite possibly having one of the most exciting finishes to just sheer disappointment, and Jeremy's face says it all.
Tough break for both those guys. McGrath frustrated. He was in a great position to get on to that podium. He's down there with the Asterisk medical crew. Doc Bodner's in the house, and he can see us down there. And this man right here,
I'm telling you, they called him a lot of things, but you might as well just call him a metronome, because Ricky Carmichael has not missed a beat. He just does exactly what he needs to do, keep the perfect beat, and right now, Cameron, he is riding flawlessly. Now, that's not to say he couldn't throw it away in a corner or lose it, but this really has opened things up with Kevin Windham and Jeremy both going down. So you've got Carmichael, Byrne, and Fonseca, your top three, and Travis Preston is running in fourth. Welcome back to Supercross, Travis.
after the broken collarbone, Travis told me the race he was going to win today was his daytime qualifier, and he'd be stoked just to get in the main event. Stoked, heck, he's riding in the top 5 right now, but really, the big opportunity is for Michael Byrne. He needs this podium so badly.
As we are on board with Ricky Carmichael, here's the corner where Windham went down, and here's the corner where Jeremy McGrath went down. Carmichael having no problem scoring it off. When we come back, the 250 main continues. What will happen next? Welcome back to Angel Stadium. It's the THQ World Supercross GP and the THQ AMA Supercross Series. We're in Anaheim, California. Your leader continues to be that man, number 4, Ricky Carmichael, the all-time winningest rider in AMA history. And there you see the lap times, Cameron. He did burn off a 56-second lap time. And there you see the defending THQ World Supercross GP champion, number 13, Heath Voss, having his issues.
Tough night for a lot of riders. I mean, 125s and 250s. We talked about how this track is much more technical. When you're trying to hit your line every single time, that is when it gets sketchy. You get a line, you like it, you want to use it, ruts develop, riders are in the way, you get a little cross-rutted, anything can happen.
I talked to a few of the riders, and to a man, every one of them said this is the most difficult track they've had all year long, and the showing tonight is that it's already taken out Jeremy McGrath and Kevin Windham. They have gone down and gone down hard. Both of them are going to be okay. But Ernesto Fonseca has moved up, and there's Travis Preston. Here comes David Villeman on the Yamaha.
Well, Travis Preston and Ernesto Fonseca not getting that small double after the whoops. David Villeman reeling right up. The Cobra has not been on the podium yet this year. This is a great opportunity for him to move inside. Look at that. Preston gives him the line. Remember, we talked about Preston not having the stamina. He's just been back on the motorcycle from the broken collarbone. He gives the line up. He's happy to be riding out there in the top 5 right now.
Meanwhile, Ricky Carmichael, your leader, his lead is over 10 seconds over second place Michael Byrne. But Chad Reed has slowly moved up. Remember, he was back in the pack 13th, 14th. He is now up to 6th place. So Chad Reed on the charge. And Cameron, what a salvage this would be if Chad Reed could get on the podium with Kevin Windham not in the race.
Certainly, and it would definitely show the fortitude that the champion brings to the series after the injury to his neck and then the crash earlier today in practice, missing that second practice. And you can see Preston is getting tired back there. He's a little bit all over the place in the whoops, missing that double again. I think Villeman's going to set up Fonseca here relatively shortly. Villeman, a smart rider, he'll know. He'll look to the inside here. It looks like he's already setting up to go inside, but Ernesto's coming in to protect him.
Well, Ernesto Fonseca's been well documented. He's got an injury to his left heel. I got to wonder how much that's going to affect his fitness level as we approach the halfway point. Is he going to start getting tired because he has not been able to work out as much? And David Villeman may know that and may be looking for the line. Right now, let's check in with Jamie.
Well, Todd, you're talking about Ernesto Fonseca. After his heat race win, I said, how's it feeling? He said, well, I got it injected, but the weird thing is my entire foot is numb. And that is his shifter foot, guys. He's got his work cut out for him right now.
That's not a good feeling, Cameron.
He's got a blue freight train coming up behind him as well.
David Villeman trying to move past Ernesto, and he takes no mercy on his injury to his left foot. Villeman shows him a little tired, but in doing so, he gives up a position to Chad Reed. So David Villeman trying to get crafty there, and the Australian goes right by him.
The factory Yamaha rider riding for Thor and Etnies as well as Scott. And I'm really impressed with what Chad Reed is bringing right now.
Oh, no question about it. If Chad Reed, as I said, could get on the podium tonight, what a huge accomplishment for him. Now, he has turned the second fastest lap time tonight, second only to Ricky Carmichael's 57.
Well, the truth is, Ricky's almost 2 seconds a lap faster than the field. That's scary fast.
No question. Ricky Carmichael's absolutely a metronome. He's on fire tonight and just working it. And look at Chad Reed tucking right in behind Ernesto Fonseca. Fonseca currently sits in third, and Chad Reed coming up close on a podium position.
Well, let's see here if Chad, known for his whoop speed, sets up to the outside. Watch the drive. You see Ernesto drop in, and that should be all it takes for Chad to get right on by, but using that outside line again, giving the opportunity for Ernesto to make a run inside.
Well, Chad's going to be frustrated with not getting the victory tonight. I really thought, Cameron, personally, if there was going to be a victory tonight by Chad Reed, it would be on this track because it is so technical. It's something he excels at.
And what's really interesting here, Fonseca getting a little bit of handlebar from David Villeman. I was just going to say, it's amazing to watch Chad Reed come right on by both those riders, and it took Villeman a while to get by Fonseca.
Well, there's a graphic that says it all. He was in 14th position, and in 12 laps, he has moved into third. McGrath obviously went down, as did Wyndham. And here's Nick Way on board having a nice little battle.
Nick Way just kind of safely circling the track right now in 8th place. He has Vallejo behind him, and also Evans, but you can see he's got relatively clear space, as you can see there. And it doesn't look like he's really attacking in all the corners, but again, we're moving on later in the race, and Nick, definitely known for his training, I'd expect him to be able to wick it up now and start picking up position.
Nick Way, number 27, currently sitting in 8th place, was battling there for Mike LaRocca, with Mike LaRocca, for a while, and LaRocca just decided to pull away. Meanwhile, a little note on the side is Joe Aloff had to pull off the track. Bike was unable to start, and so he is trying to kick it over, but he is losing positions valuably. As we look at the 2nd place position of Michael Byrne, the man who got the Butterfinger Chris pole shot, Cameron, out in front, and I guarantee the guys at Inside Dirt, the official weekly online magazine, are going to have something to say about his impressive performance. We'll be back to Anaheim, California for the conclusion of the 250 main. Can Michael Byrne stay in 2nd, or will his Australian mate reel him in? Stay with us. Welcome back to Angel Stadium in Anaheim, California. It's the 250 main event of the THQ World Supercross GP and the THQ AMA Supercross Series. Chad Reed has now moved to 2nd place. For a guy who started on the green flag lap in 14th, this is an amazing job, Cameron. A masterful job of really saving his points, because with Kevin Wyndham going down, Chad Reed is going to just make great gains. And for a guy who's in 14th, what a great job. Kids watching at home, this is the kind of guy you want to watch, because when he goes down and he doesn't quit, he just gets on his ponies. Let's look at the pass one more time that he made on Michael Byrne. He battled for about a lap and a half, and he finally got it done right here.
Well, Berner was trying to do some sections that Chad wasn't doing, but Chad just carrying so much speed, and I think Berner just knew that he wasn't ready to battle, and I think he's going to be very happy. I'm still very confused why Michael Byrne is using that single there before he goes to the finish line as well.
Ricky Carmichael continues to lead, and lead by a lot. Chad Reed has now moved into 2nd place, and Michael Byrne holds down 3rd. But Chad Reed has done, the sections in there, Cameron, that he's done such a great job. Unfortunately, he had that little incident at the very start of the race where he crashed, and there he is taking a glance over his shoulder. Just wanted to find out exactly where he was. Let's look at this Butterfinger replay once again. This is the start of the race. Watch number 22 in the middle of your screen.
So Berner coming through on this left side, just came with the goods and crossed just in front of Carmichael.
The Butterfinger Chris pole shot replay shows that Michael Byrne will pick up the win there, and I thought we'd get a good look at Chad Reed. He just missed these out of the corner of the picture, but Chad Reed got tangled up with some tough blocks. Fortunately, he was able to keep the bike running. Cameron, I just can't say enough about the job that Chad's done, coming from 14th, now running to 2nd.
And the question mark about the neck, I mean, Chad just shaking it off, no pun intended, but, I mean, it's been impressive to watch, and I'm watching Chad riding right now. He's not throwing in the towel either. He is constantly attacking.
So as Chad Reed has a comfortable position for 2nd.
Oh, and Byrne made a mistake.
Byrne makes a slight mistake, and that closes the gap just a little bit for David Villeman. So Villeman now trying to get on the podium in 2005, and Michael Byrne, who got the whole shot, has been sliding backwards. Now, can he hold on the Frenchman and David Villeman? Look at Villeman square that off.
Well, Villeman no stranger to winning. He has 7 250 Supercross wins. And look at him going to the inside, trying to get Byrne, and he doesn't need to get pushy right now. He has enough time in this lap to really make a move stick, and then he's still got another lap to go.
David Villemin showing a little bit of impatience right there, wanting to get around Michael Byrne. You can smell that podium, trying to get around Byrne, and you got to wonder mentally how Michael Byrne is going from first to second, now third, and quite possibly looking at getting pushed off the podium.
That would be very disappointing, but still it would be a great finish. I just think we need to see Byrne really fight for this position right now to show what he's capable of. He doesn't want to give up a spot to Villemin.
No question about that. David Villemin, number 12. They call him the Cobra on the factory Yamaha Motor Corp Bridgestone sponsored ride. Doing it up for all his sponsors, including Dragon Optics, and Michael Byrne right now trying to hold him off and keep him out of that podium. And Villemin goes once again to the inside line. Byrne comes out quicker. And Cameron, we talked about the splits of the time. That is where Michael Byrne is able to keep David Villemin at bay.
It is for sure, and the way the AMA has their timing set up, we can see that Michael Byrne in the whoops alone was the 4th fastest. Villemin 7th fastest in practice.
White flag is out. We're on the final lap. Let's check in with Jamie Little.
Todd, just a quick update on a few riders that are out. Jeremy McGrath earlier went down hard, knocked the wind out of himself. He was unable to continue. Kevin Windham landed on his backside pretty hard. He's going in to get checked out for his lower back. Keith Foss is the latest. I guess the packing from his silencer came out, got wrapped up in his sprocket. He was unable to finish. Tough break for those guys tonight, guys.
It sure was, Jamie. And speaking of the McGrath crash, let's take a look at it. MC looked like he just carried more speed into the section than Ernesto Fonseca, who's going for the brakes early. Uncharacteristic to see MC on the ground. A tough break for him. But the guy with all the brakes was the yellow number 4. He was on it.
Your winner, 250 main, Richard Joseph Carmichael, breaking something off, and he gets the victory. Ricky gets yet another win for Suzuki. When we come back, we'll talk to him. Back to Angel Stadium at the conclusion of the 250 main event as we take a look at our Honda official results for the 250 main. And once again, it is Ricky Carmichael on top of the leaderboard, getting the victory, followed by Chad Reed and Michael Byrne joining them on the podium. David Villemin finishes 4th, and Ernesto Fonseca gets 5th. And for a lot of guys like Kevin Windham, Jeremy McGrath, Heath Voss, those guys all, unfortunately, unable to finish. Let's send it down to Jamie Little.
Well, Todd, before this race, Michael Byrne's best finish was 8th. He just came alive this weekend. Michael, what was the difference?
I think it's a number of things. You know, I've been working really hard with my trainer, Stephen Gold. I think he's helped me out a lot. And, you know, I've had a rough start to the season. My first couple of rounds, I crashed a lot. And, you know, I think my speed was there. I just kept hitting the dirt. And, you know, that doesn't help anybody out, especially on the results. So this weekend, I wasn't sick at all. I didn't have the flu, and I felt really good on the bike. So, you know, I really just wanted to get that hole shot and, you know, try and just ride my race and get away from everybody.
Great job, and we got to mention the Butterfinger Crisp Hole Shot Award, $1,500, and his mechanic took home the Top Tech Award.
And our congratulations to Michael Byrne picking up his first podium in 2005. We also want to remind you our next show comes to you on ESPN2, February 13th, 2005, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern Time from Indianapolis, Indiana. Let's send it back down to Jamie.
Well, I'm giving Chad Reed the Hard Charger Award for the night. Chad, I know you're not making things any easier for yourself. Take us through your run, though. I can't believe you ended up in second. Blew my mind.
You know, I just wanted to get a good start. You know, tonight I felt like I had what it take to win, and you know, it was a rough weekend, and you know, just made it hard for myself. You know, I just was sleeping on the gate and didn't get there first, and just got caught up. It's a short start, it's tight, and you know, everybody wants to get there first, and unfortunately, not everyone can get there. But you know, like I said, I feel really good on the bike, feel confident. First week we had some whoops, and it was nice. You know, I felt like we were riding the bike, and I just want to give a shout out to the guys at Yamaha for doing a great job sticking by me. Guys at Etnies, Thor, Parts Unlimited, Scott, Fritz Stern, and all the guys at Amp Mobile. You know, it's gonna come. We just gotta be patient.
Well, Chad Reed will try again next week, but Cameron, this is our Nissan turning point in the 250 main.
A great start by Michael Byrne, but you know what? You got to stay in front of this crafty customer, number 4, Ricky Carmichael.
And let's check in with Jamie Little, who's with RC.
Well, Ricky Carmichael becomes the first Suzuki 250 rider to ever win 4 main events in a row. Every week it's something new for Suzuki, Ricky. I have to ask you, though, you were 2 seconds ahead of the rest of the field. Where do you feel like you're making up most of the time?
You know what? I just felt that I had good lines tonight. The track was really technical. There was kind of some ruts. It was hard pack in some areas. And, you know, I got my bike working pretty good. And I'm just having a lot of fun. I got a good start. The start was key tonight. As you've seen, there was chaos with the split section. But you know what? You got to pick the right lines and get good starts.
Well, bring your dark sunglasses and your party hat, because we're rocking all the way to Las Vegas for the finals, which go down May 8th. And right now, on top of the THQ World Supercross GP, it's all Ricky Carmichael, Mike LaRocco trailing back there. And your AMA THQ Supercross Series points, Ricky Carmichael over Chad Reed. But don't give up on Reedy just yet, or any of the boys. Anything can happen in Supercross, and it always does. That's why we love it. Hey, for Todd Harris, Jamie Little, I'm Cameron Steele, and this has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more, log on to ESPN.com. Ricky Carmichael, getting them done.